This is the mill at Sudbury.
Yep.
A bit more of the stream and river at Sudbury. Two birds on the fight.
Hey! There's a Welsh person. Hello. Hello. Hello.
An image. Have an image. It could have been slightly bigger. What about moving it? Yeah, but then you stop. No, I didn't just mean on the stage. To maximise She's French. Oh, right. Yeah. I'll take the tail. Yes. Rose. Hello. There's so many faces. Just driving around so good. Well, Sylvia, I think you know everyone here. You don't know John. John is Fred's grandson. Janet. She thought she was just meeting. At least it's surprising.
It's so difficult otherwise.
I don't mind what it's going to be. This is marvellous.
I mean, I don't.
They're the two grandchildren of Uncle Fred, as we know him. And then we've got, let me see where I can focus my eyes. We've got Kate and Philip.
Yeah, Philip, the husband.
Philip, and then Anthony, and Joanna. Where's she?
Yeah.
Right. So, and then we've got Keith. Where's Keith?
I think he's gone out.
He's gone out. And Helen, who knows where Keith is. But I want to welcome everyone to Sudbury again and thank everyone for coming. Sudbury has been Sylvie's home for about 30 years now, I think. Is that right?
No, about 22.
22.
23. Yes. East Anglia for 30.
House stood down the road a few years before. Hendon for still most of your life.
Yes.
And I'm sure a lot of people in this room have got fond memories of Hendon and going there at family occasions and so on. But Sudbury was an interesting choice. I don't know if Sylvia realises, but Thomas, of course she realises that Thomas Gainsborough was born here and he was educated. And it has echoes in her life because her mother, my grandmother Winnie, painted. And of course her sister, my mother Cynthia, paints a lot, and she's got an exhibition coming up. And Sudbury is also on the map because of Charles Dickens, and not a lot of people know this, but Pickwick Papers is set in Sudbury. Eatanswell is actually Sudbury, and the stories were gathered here by Charles Dickens. He stayed in the Rose and Crown, and it has a literary connection. And this has an even bigger echo in Sylvia's life because she writes. As far as I know, she's written 2 books, unless she's written any more that I don't know about. But she may have written a few other bits and pieces. There's one book in particular, which is a book about our family. It's called Full Circle, and I'm sure a lot of you have at least heard about it. And I'm going to actually read an extract. It sounds like a very risky thing to do after a lot of dinner and everything. But it's a very, very short extract. And in it, it's got... Can we turn the sound off here, by the way?
Turn the computer on.
Okay.
We'll say that.
Where's the on-off switch?
Off.
Ask Adam. Ask anyone knows.
What's happened to the book? The thing is that this little passage is between my grandmother, Uncle Fred, which is your grandfather, Auntie Ivy, which is the grandmother of a lot of other people here, and Mary is the great-grandmother, their mother, and it kind of sets the scene, which I think you can all appreciate. And it was actually the wedding day of Auntie Ivy, which is not dissimilar to today in some ways. And the thing about the book is that Sylvie has changed all the names, but I've changed them back. I might have got it wrong, but if I have, it's going to read very oddly. So I hope I am. Tell me quickly if I've got it wrong. On Ivy's wedding day, they all rose early, and the women were down in the kitchen by 6:30. Cakes and pastries had been baked during the previous 2 days. Now there were cold meats and bread and butter to be cut and salad to wash. In the dining room, the table was already laid with the best damask and cutlery. "Get the table laid as soon as you can," Mary had said. "It's half the battle." They ate breakfast just after 9 o'clock, and while washing up, decided that it would be best to delay transferring the food to the dining room as long as possible. "Why don't we get dressed as far as our petticoats? Let Fred dress our hair and then take the food upstairs. That's all there is to do now," said Winnie. "All right," said Ivy. "Where is Fred? We'd better warn him that he's going to be needed soon." The men were in the drawing room, already dressed apart from their jackets. A cider barrel rested on 2 trestles that had been camouflaged by a heavy velvet cloth. Gordon, that's Ivy's husband-to-be, had decided to go to auction for their furniture, hoping that way to find better pieces that they could afford to buy new. It had been a wise decision. Even with the intrusion of the barrel, the drawing room looked both elegant and comfortable. All right. So it's a good read. Now I'm going to change the subject completely and mention that obviously, as I hinted earlier, there were a lot of people who would have liked to have come but didn't, and I've got a few things to give Sylvie. I'll just go and get them. Barbara Hunt.
Oh yes, Australia.
Yeah, put my glasses on again. She's my second cousin one of my second cousins in Australia. She's the granddaughter of Auntie Alice. She says, "I'm sorry that I'll be unable to come to the birthday party. I would love to have been there to see Sylvie again and to meet the rest of the family, as I don't think I've seen any of them." Well, I'm sure she has, but when you were much younger. "Thank you again for the invitation, and I'm sure it will be a great day." So I'll give you that letter.
Thank you.
And then her cousin, is it her cousin? Yes, that's right, her cousin, Anne Norwood. Anne Norwood is also great granddaughter of
yes,
Alice.
that was Anne Wheat.
Yes.
Presumably.
She wrote a long letter, which I'm not going to read out. But she says, Ted and I are not the travelling variety, don't even own passports, so will not be attending the surprise party. A 24-hour plane trip is daunting, to say the least. I hope the day goes well, and please wish Sylvia a happy day from us. There's a lot more.
She's Alice's granddaughter.
That's right. And you've got an old friend in Hendon, Sheila Madden, who wanted to come as well, but decided that she couldn't. In spite of being greatly tempted and much urging, feel it would be wrong of me to come, not up to it at the moment. What an imaginative idea to put that lovely photo on the back of the invitation. That's the photo of you when you came back from Canada. And keeping it as a keepsake. And there's 2 cards, and I've no idea what's in them. Good luck. And Keen's daughter Philippa has produced a family history, which is especially for you, which says happy birthday on a special day. And you might like to study that.
Oh, that's beautiful. I should look forward to seeing it.
Now, I don't know if everyone signed this book. Is there anyone who hasn't signed it?
I have.
Oh, right. This is a book from us, essentially what you've seen on the screen. This is the DVD, unless it's another DVD that's got slipped in. But I think you better sign it.
Yes. Okay.
You don't have to do it right now.
No. All right. Okay, Daddy.
I think Catherine wants to put a special label on this. Where are you? Yeah. I'll leave it here. So I hope everyone's still got some champagne left in their glasses. I wanted to say, before I actually propose the toast, that Sylvia's in good company with her 80th birthday, because the Queen is 80 this year, and Fidel Castro is 80 this year. And strangely enough, they have views in common, because Fidel Castro believes in holding the wealth together in common, whereas the Queen believes in holding the Commonwealth together. And I think Sylvie probably shares their views to some extent, but you'll have to ask her afterwards. But Sylvie's not wealthy, but she's not common either.
Definitely not.
Sylvie's an uncommonly good aunt. She's an uncommonly good cousin. And I'm sure the applause went for that as well. And she's I wanted to say, before I actually propose the toast, that Sylvia's in good company with her 80th birthday, because the Queen is 80 this year, and Fidel Castro is 80 this year. And strangely enough, they have views in common, because Fidel Castro believes in holding the wealth together in common, whereas the Queen believes in holding the Commonwealth together. And I think Sylvie probably shares their views to some extent, but you'll have to ask her afterwards. But Sylvie's not wealthy, but she's not common either.
Definitely not.
Sylvie's an uncommonly good aunt. She's an uncommonly good cousin. And I'm sure the applause went for that as well. And she's an uncommonly good sister, as I'm sure Mum would say. And she's an uncommonly good friend.
Definitely.
And she has been an uncommonly good colleague. And an uncommonly good sister-in-law to my father. And she's been an uncommonly good daughter. So join with me. Oh, great aunt, I beg your pardon. I think aunt and great aunt are sort of in the same bracket. And I want you to, I would like you to please join with me and wish Sylvie many happy returns of the day. To Sylvie.
It's been flabbergasted now, as I certainly was. It's just wonderful, you know, to see you all, and it's thank you for those who've come quite a long way, I know. And I just appreciate that very much. Thank you all for being here and being so lovely.
For a maximum, really maximum.
Well, I'm avoiding the digital at the moment because to get a digital camera as good as my print camera, I'm going to have to spend £500–600. I don't really want to do that. Not for a camera body. That's second hand. Sorry? No, I'll get one of the sons to set me up. I might try and plug it in. Smaller fridge, yeah.
Never mind that.
Straight down the middle.
She was going to take this away.
You think go down the middle? I would just go. Let's go there. Okay. Now, do it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Jolly good. Now do
So say all of us,
Anyone got a match?
anyone got a light?
Light turn and match.
Oh, there must be some teenagers. There we go. Oh, let's light those. Who's got a lighter?
No smokers here.
Oh, okay. I've got a light, boys. I've got a light. Oh, we haven't got a light. We're all so much. These are energy to concentrate. I have got them all out in one go. Make a wish. That's a little candle. No.
Yes, yeah. That's really good when you get back out. Yes.
I said to him, where did you go? She goes, no.
Are you going to help us today? Doesn't help you. Okay, ready? Okay. Everybody? Ready?
Now.
They're going to blow together.
Oh, lovely.
Go.
Now.
Go on, Adam. Go. Blow. That's it. Harder. Harder. One more.